Self-study and self-assessment are vitally important components of energy work that so many people skip because they want to get straight to the part of the practice where they get the relief or the lift. And I know at some point any daily practice can start to feel like a chore, but it really should just be a tool for accessing what you actually need when you need it. So this video is for anybody who wants to get an immediate energetic shift that actually makes a difference right from the start during the self-assessment and self-study process. And there's a little bit of prep work to do, but by the time we're done, you'll have a do-it-yourself tool that you can use to study yourself and adjust your energy at the same time. And throughout the video, I'll show you a few examples of assessment charts that are provided in the last section of the book. And they apply to a simple DIY chart that we're going to make to audit your current state with a simple physical practice for accessing whatever you need to reset your energy anytime. And that really is what this chapter in the book is for. It's all about the practical side of energy work, and self-assessment is almost always where we need to start. So this first example is incredibly common. This is a version of the Wheel of Life chart that all kinds of coaches use, and it can be easily adapted to self-coaching. It's broken down into 8 areas of life to give yourself a rating in each section, with the center of the circle being extremely low satisfaction in that area of your life, and the outer edge being a high level of satisfaction. But we're going to simplify the Wheel of Life with what I call the wellness check, breaking it down into just 4 sections now. And this is where I want you to grab a notebook or even just make a note on your phone while we zoom in on this chart over here a little bit. And I'm going to keep coming back to this note to point out what you want to write down and use as a scale to gauge the results of your assessment when we're done. And it still applies to the way I organize the Wheel of Life. But now all you really need to write down is that fire equals any kind of energetic practice, whether that's spiritual or just in the realm of personal growth. It's the energy of wanting and seeking and believing. Over here on the left side, in the area of emotion, you're paying attention to the element of water and all of your feelings, very often fueling and setting the direction for your relationship with yourself, other people in your life, and everything in the world around you. At the top, it's relating to the physical experience. Earth energy represents the physical proof that comes from what you're doing and proving to yourself on the physical plane and what you're seeing in your physical environment. On the right, the energy of thinking is air and everything that relates to any mental process and all the thoughts that you most frequently think. So next you'll want a clean page because we're moving from theory to creating your own DIY diagnostic dashboard. We're making a reusable template, and it doesn't really matter how you make it for now. I say just sketch it out and let it be messy. You can always come back and make a cleaner version to keep on hand for daily reference later. So first, you're just going to draw a circle in the middle of the page and draw the 2 lines that cross in the center to form an X in the middle of your circle. And that's going to give you 4 sections. Next, you're going to label each section at the outside edge with energetic at the bottom, emotional on the left side of the circle, physical at the top, and mental as the label here on the right side. And now you're going to add some numbers with 1 at the center working all the way up to 12 at the outer edge. And you could just add them on 1 or 2 lines or to all of them, but again, they don't have to be perfect. It's just a reference. No matter how you do it, it's going to be close enough. And now it's ready to use. If you did want to write on your chart, you could put a little dot in each section to rate your energy, but the idea is to create a chart that you can keep as a reusable reference. So you just write your numbers down on another piece of paper or keep them in your head. And this is where you could start comparing your results to the energetic scale. You've painted yourself a pretty clear picture of where you are right now and what you need to work on. But I've got one more image for you to look at, and this one isn't actually in the book. This is part of what I teach in workshops and courses, and it applies directly to the quick and easy practice that I promised. This is how you're going to work your way through the process and adjust your energy in real time. So while you're getting ready to do your assessment with the chart that you made, hold on to the center of your own hand. Put your thumb right there in the center of your palm where the swirl is. Not trying to squeeze it. This is just really light pressure, and it doesn't matter which hand you use. You're just taking a few slow, deep breaths here, holding your own hand while you rate each section from 1 to 12. Just feeling for the number, with 1 representing any unwanted or unproductive state, whether that's totally shut down and turned off, or totally on fire but moving in the wrong direction. All the way up to 12 where you're totally turned on and expanding in the right direction. And you can ask yourself some assessment questions. For the energetic section at the bottom of the chart, they're related to your internal fire and the energy of desire. Just floating a few questions out there while you're holding your hand. Something like, what do I want? And why do I want it? And am I currently stirring the energy of lack or the energy of believing? And you give it a rating. Over on the left, assessing your emotional state. Still holding on to the palm of your hand, tapping into the water element and any emotions that have been coming up for you. Whether you consider them to be positive or negative, the question is just, what are you feeling? Your goal here is to rate any emotion that stands out right now and give it an energetic value on the scale. If it's productive, healthy, and taking you in the right direction, it gets a high number, and if it's not, the rating is low. At the top, with the energy of Earth, assessing the physical proof that you're seeing in your current physical experience. Anything that's happening in your physical body and everything that you've been doing and what you're either intentionally or unintentionally creating or not creating on the physical plane. And the questions to ask are just, what do you see in your life that you like or don't like? What are you doing or not doing? And how does that feel? On the right, you're connecting with the energy of air and everything that you're thinking, paying attention to your thought life and assessing the thoughts that you most frequently think. What do you spend your time thinking about? Do you consider your thoughts on any subject to be primarily positive or negative? And are you able to really listen to what you're telling yourself in your head and tell yourself the truth about what you've been thinking? And once you've got a number for each section, if you find low energy or what you would consider negative energy in any specific area, you're going to hold the finger that matches it, stabilizing that energy and reminding yourself that you're safe to explore your options here. If your numbers are low in the energy of intention and the energetic quality of what you're wanting in the bottom section, hold your thumb, again, pretty gently, and come back to that slow, deep breathing and do it for as long as you need to feel the energy stabilize. Bringing down the energy of fire if the feeling of wanting is attached to a sense of worry or lack. And if your rating is low in this area, that energy is probably out of balance. So you're holding the finger to stabilize it so that you can start exploring possibilities and start setting and affirming intentions that line up with your true desire. If you've got a low rating on the left side in your emotional world, hold your little finger just until you feel a really slight pulsating sensation and see if that changes your state. Even if it's just a little, applying the element of water and making this a mini meditation. So while you're breathing and holding onto your little finger, you're bringing down any unhealthy or seemingly negative emotions. Especially if there's any nervousness or anxiety that's got you feeling small or playing it small, you're calming that energy down so you can line your feelings up with the energy of your intent and start moving your emotions in the right direction. If it's something physical, you hold onto your ring finger. And now we're in the energy of Earth and everything that's happening in the physical realm. It's also the energy of physical expression. So if there's anything happening in your physical body or your physical environment that feels painful, you're looking for physical proof. Is there something in your life that needs changing? Is there something that you can actually do about it? Or is it something that really is outside of your circle of control? bringing down any negative emotion attached to that need for change so that you can start looking for answers and taking meaningful action if it really is needed. If it's something mental you're working on, over on the right side of the chart, hold on to your index finger. This is for when your thoughts are stirred up and taking you down a path that leads to fear or disbelief, and you're just holding on to your finger and breathing, slowing down that mental process. And the middle finger applies to everything on the chart in all 4 areas. This is the finger that represents the real you. It's connected to the energy of ether and that swirl that's in the center of the chart. No matter how low your numbers are, it's always there. And this is especially useful if you've got low numbers in more than one area. If you're feeling angry or frustrated about anything happening in any area of your chart, this is the direct connect to the part of you that knows what you need. Holding the middle finger brings that sense of frustration down so you can remember who you really are and remind yourself that you don't have to be dragged around by your feelings or your thinking or your outer circumstances. You're learning to be the master of your inner experience. Now, holding the middle finger slows everything down so you can make a connection with collective energy and the universal energy that supports everything that's happening in every area of your chart. And this really can be so incredibly simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Just hold the finger that represents the area of the chart where your rating is low and just keep breathing to bring the unwanted or unproductive energy down. Now, this is just a little twist on the traditional Jinshin Jitsu method. And if you want the whole video for that, you can check the description. But that isn't exactly what we're doing here. We're just taking advantage of the finger holding technique to stabilize any energy that's been running in the wrong direction. But if you're moving in the right direction, you can bring your fingertips together to bring that energy up. If you've got numbers in the middle of the chart, or even if they're way up there on the outer edge, use the energy of fire in the thumb to keep driving that energy up. Bringing your thumb to your little finger when you do have your intentions lined up with what you're feeling and your emotions are moving you in the right direction and taking you toward your true desire. Heating that energy up and meditating on that for a while. Bringing the thumb and the index finger together if your thoughts are moving in the right direction and you want more of that kind of thinking, and you sit with that more productive thought process for a few minutes. Make the connection with the thumb and the ring finger if you're looking for more energy anywhere in the realm of physical expression and affirming how you're proving what you've been learning. And again, this last one isn't on the wellness check chart. Officially. For us, it's relating directly to the collective energy from every section on the wheel. Making a connection between the thumb and the middle finger helps you get more connected with the energy of ether for authentic self-expression and the universal energy that represents the real you and everything that you actually can do to change both your inner and outer experience. And that's it. Then if you want to keep going, you can apply any practice that speaks to you, and you can definitely apply it to all of the content here. You can pick and choose the videos or the section in the book or the cards that most clearly apply to your DIY energy audit and add on to your notes for how to assess your results if you want to keep going a little further. You can go back to the numbers on your chart to pinpoint any of the 12 principles that we've been working with in previous videos and chapters. And if you're somewhere inside this inner circle with pretty low numbers representing low satisfaction from 1 to 3 in any area, you'd be working on something new or going back to the beginning for a fresh start, creating a strong foundation and building energy by working with truth, hope, and surrender. If you're working on transformation with courage and integrity and willingness, getting really honest with yourself about what needs to change and your attitude about changing it to start moving any stagnant or misplaced energy. From 7 to 9, you're working on integration with humility and love and discipline, merging that energy to bring what you're learning into all of your relationships and finding the self-discipline to do something to make a meaningful change. challenging yourself to take more authentically inspired action. If you're all the way up there between 10 and 12, things are probably going really well, and you're demonstrating what you've been learning with perseverance to keep you going and growing awareness to keep you focused and service to help you share what you've got. Because at this point, you've got so much to offer. The purpose is to be able to randomize your daily practice and keep it interesting and practical and useful. And when you diagnose an energy leak, everything on this channel is already organized to help you find what you need when you need it. The entire book study playlist takes you through the 4 modalities and the 12 principles that we use for this method, with images from the deck so you can go back to them anytime without having to buy anything. The Principles for Practice playlist has 12 shorts that you can choose from for quick reminders from the cards anytime. The 1-minute meditation playlist is also clearly related to working with each principle, and the Rewire Your Brain playlist explains how to create 12 neural anchors for the practice. And you can go through all of them in order or in any order, and you'll come away with some concrete ideas for creating your own energetic practice. You're just working on setting and resetting the structure until it sticks. And I promise, if you work with it for just a little while, you won't need the reminders anymore. And that's the goal, for you to be able to study yourself and assess your energy and give yourself what you need all day, every day.